Alright, so what are the pros and cons of becoming a Marine? Now, I had the honor of becoming a Marine. I just graduated on December 13th, and there's definitely a lot of cool things that I'm super excited for, but already based off boot camp and what like my other Marines are telling me that are farther than me, there's definitely some cons as well that I want to go through in this video that will probably help you guys making your decision in becoming a Marine. Now, I would definitely say there's nothing more proud than the feeling of becoming a Marine. It's probably like the most like proud thing I've ever done in my life. That day of graduation, just after boot camp, is magical. Like, there's nothing that's ever going to match that day ever again. But yeah, here are the pros and cons of becoming a Marine. Make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, comment down below if you have any questions, anything like that about boot camp. I'm definitely down to answer. I've gotten like a couple of good questions already answered in my previous videos. Let's get right into it. So first, I just want to get the cons out of the way so that we can finish the video on a good note. So if you're ready to hate on me, I am not a Marine hater. I'm literally a United States Marine, and the pros definitely outweigh the cons. So stick around to the end of the video so you guys can see why you should become a Marine. But let's get the cons out of the way. So the first thing is you're away from your family. You know, you're usually everybody goes after high school. You're 17, you're 18, even 19, and you're used to being with your family. You're used to not being in that situation where you're away from family. So just going from high school, having a good summer, and then you go right into this 13-week of hell, just being away from family. You can't contact them. You can't do anything like that. You're going to hate it. It's just natural. You're not going to be used to it. And then the fact of your career. You're going to be away from family during your career. You should know this stuff before even considering the military. You're going to be traveling a lot. You're going to be moving a lot. That's just the natural state of the Marine Corps. Now, there are ways to stay with your family, but that's going to be towards the end of this video. But just naturally, you're going to be away from family. You know what I mean? It's an inevitable thing that you have to get used to. And yeah, that's just one of the cons of becoming a United States Marine. You have to make sacrifices, and one of those sacrifices are being away from family. Another thing is uncomfortable situations. So especially if you're a combat MOS, which is, I'm a combat MOS, I'm infantry, you're going to be in the mud, you're going to be cold as hell, you're going to be hot as hell, you're going to be extremely tired some days. That is just the nature of being a Marine. We are the biggest and first fighting force. We are the first line of defense. When the country calls upon us, we have to answer. So the training is very realistic. The training is very close to real life. That's just how they prepare us for combat. There's gonna be days where you're in the field. You're literally extremely tired. You're waiting all day, and you're like, what is going on? You're getting screamed at by these random people, and you're not going to like it. That is okay. I never met anybody that was like, whoa, this was an awesome day. But there's something in that that's so beautiful. Like, you hate it, it sucks, but then you get through it, and you're like, holy crap, I actually got through that. That it's the beauty within, you know, the fire. You're gonna be in uncomfortable situations. Be ready for that, especially if you're a combat MOS. Don't look at the TikTok highlights. Don't look at the cool edits. You're going to hate it, and that's okay. That's just embrace the suck, embrace the progress you're gonna make mentally and physically, and just keep in mind you're a United States Marine. You're preparing for that day. You're preparing for the chance that you're gonna go into battle. And when you go into battle, you're gonna destroy the enemy because you're fully trained and you're fully ready to go. The third thing, it is a 24/7 job. Be ready to always be ready to get called. You're on liberty. Oh, okay, we need you in, or we need you to deploy in this amount of months. We don't care if you have a birthday coming up. It's a 24/7 job. You are a Marine. You are with the government. Be ready to give your life to the Marine Corps. You know, they always say this, you marry the Marine Corps, you don't join the Marine Corps, and that's a true saying, you know what I mean? The Marine Corps has to come first before your family, and that's a true saying. I've learned that very fast. So it's going to change your lifestyle in general. It's a 24/7 job. You obviously get liberty. You obviously get your weekends off if they don't need you. But hey, if it's Saturday, they need you, they need you. That's just how it is. You have to be ready to accept that. And you just have to be ready to be there when they need you. And with that is going to come the change of lifestyle. You're going to go from very comfortable playing video games every night, being behind your computer setup, going to school, coming home, or going to work, coming home, and you're like at home all comfortable, warm. You're cold outside, but you have coat and layers. You're going to go from that to in the dirt, building holes as your shelter, being in a sleeping bag outside, cuddling with the dudes to your left and right, shooting guns, insane like conditions, standing for hours. I hate that, but you're going to be standing for hours. The change of lifestyle is going to be big, and you need to be ready for that. The best way I'd say you could prepare for that is to start doing things that you absolutely hate, like getting up at 4 a.m. and going right on a run just first thing. That's something that I started to do before boot camp, and I was kind of already used to it when we got there. But that's like, just do stuff that you hate, but that are good for you. That's something that you can do now to kind of like prepare yourself for that change of lifestyle, because the change of lifestyle is going to be drastic. You don't think it's drastic until you go through it. You're like, whoa, this is different. But yeah, be ready for the change of lifestyle. But like I said, at the end of the day, all they're doing is preparing you to be a warfighter. The Marine Corps is the most badass branch. We literally answer to the nation's call the moment it happens. Like, we're warfighters, and that's all they're doing. They're preparing your mindset. They're preparing your physical body to be ready for those conditions so that we can win battles. The next thing is the needs of the Corps matter more than your needs. So like I said, this kind of comes with the change of lifestyle. It doesn't matter where you want to move. Doesn't matter what you want to do. If the Marine Corps needs you to do this, and that, that's what you're going to do. You know what I mean? Let's say, for example, you want to move to Cali, but they send you to North Carolina. That's just the name of the game. Learn to be adaptable. That's something that's extremely important in the Marine Corps. If you can learn to be adaptable, you're going to succeed. You're going to have a lot of success in the Marine Corps. But the needs of the Marine Corps are first before you. Be ready to do things that you do not want to do. The last thing. This one is, it's relationships. You're not going to have time for relationships. I'm not saying you'll never have a wife or anything like that, but it is best if you're young and in the Corps single, because then you can give your full body to the Corps. You can give your full attention to the Marine Corps. That is something that I did. You know, I'm 22, so I'm a little bit older when it comes to like joining the Marines, but I'm single. I have no actual attachment to any girl. I have my family, but I have a very small family, so I can devote my full time to my family. I don't think I'm going to have time to have a dating life in the Marine Corps, and I don't think I want that time, because I want to have full focus on my ability to perform. I don't want to be in the field like, I hope my wife and my kid is okay. I want to be like, dang, I hate this. I want to go back to the barracks. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to have time for relationships, especially if you want to devote your full life and like success to the Marine Corps. You're not going to have time for relationships. So be ready to not struggle, but be ready to be alone. Be ready with that feeling of being alone, because it's going to be with you for a very long time. Now, let's get to the pros of the Marine Corps, because even though there's a lot of cons, I feel like the pros outweigh the cons by so much. So the first pro is that title of the Marine Corps, that title of being a U.S. Marine. It's going to be the proudest moment of your life. I've done some really cool things at 22 years old. I've made $60,000 overnight. I've bought 6+ cars. I've given my mom 10 grand before. But that day where you become a United States Marine, and that day that you graduate, it's unexplainable. Like, for me, it was the proudest day of my life, hands down. Like, when I came out in that uniform and my family saw me, it was the proudest moment of my life. When people ask me what I do, like, I don't know, I guess the bald haircut gives it away in my neighborhood, but people are like, you joined the military? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a Marine. Like, they're like, whoa. Like, because people know the Marine Corps is that branch. Like, it's a fact. Like, I'm not trying to be biased, I promise, but like, we have the hardest boot camp. We have the first line of defense. Like, you have to be a little bit insane to join the Marine Corps. So having that title, it's like you're put in a different class. You're put in a different class of people. You're in one of the most rare categories of citizens in the United States Like, you are a rarity when you become a United States Marine. It is the proudest moment of your life, and you're going to carry that until you die. It is a bucket list thing that you're going to be able to say for the rest of your life. Like, I served in the Marine Corps. So be ready to be extremely proud of yourself, especially when you make it past boot camp. I know I'm going to be proud of myself when I make it to sergeant one day. That's my goal in the Marine Corps. I want to make it to sergeant before the end of my first enlistment. But yeah, the second thing, free housing. I'm 22 years old. I made a lot of money, and I live in New York right now, and I never got to live by myself. I never got to move out because it's that expensive. If you want to move out, if you want to start your life and get away from home, join the Marine Corps or join the military in general. But I know for the Marine Corps, you get free housing. You will literally, if you're a single soldier, you share a room with somebody else. You have laundry, you have a bathroom, you literally have free housing. You don't have to worry about like paying for an apartment, things like that. The Marine Corps will take care of you. And if you have like a spouse, if you have dependents, you get a literal house. You get a free house. And these houses are nice. Or if it's off base, you get this thing called BAH, which is basic allowance. And they give you, based on the state's like average income, they give you that rent money. So like for Cali, I think it's up to $4,000 a month. I could be wrong. I think it's like $3,000 to $4,000 a month for California, like that you get for housing. Like you're getting free housing. That is absolutely crazy to me. If you want to get away from home, if you want to start your own life and like be independent, free housing in the Marine Corps. You have a career, you have a steady income. Now the income isn't that high, but you have a steady income. The pay gets good, but when you're new in the Marine Corps, trust me, the pay isn't that good. The next thing is free food. So it's taken out of your check, but you'll never see it taken out. So it just kind of deducts from your check. I think it's like $60 a whole month, but you get this, every base has a thing called a chow hall. So you'll get a chow hall and you'll be able to eat I think it's 3 times a day, and you can even like go to food trucks, things like that, and you're gonna get free food. You're gonna get food taken care of for you. So now your income can pretty much be completely used for saving. You can completely use it to invest, completely use it to do whatever you want, buy things that you need, and you have free housing, free food, and then the next thing is you have free health benefits. So now you have, it's like one of the best health benefits too. Like I'm pretty sure everything is taken care of. Don't quote me on that, but the health benefits are insane. So if you have a daughter, if you have a son, if you have a family, join the Marine Corps. You're gonna get free health benefits. Your daughter can take advantage of it. You'll be able to take care of your family in that like niche of life. I'm pretty young, so I don't really care about health benefits right now, but I know I will. So I'm very grateful that I'm gonna have that. The next thing, you're going to be able to travel the world. Like I said, if you want to get away from home, you can do this for free. I'm joining infantry. One of the reasons I joined infantry, not only to protect my country directly, but it's to travel the world. You're going to go on deployments. You're going to get paid for those deployments. You're going to be able to get free flights all around the world. Explore places on your liberty, meaning when you're off. You're going to be able to travel the whole world, see places you would never have seen if you weren't in the military. The next thing, I already mentioned this, but protecting your country. It is an honor to be able to say that you protected your country. I consider that a pro. Like being able to die in real life and saying, okay, one of the things I did in my life was I served my country. That is a proud moment. And along that, you get brotherhood. So now you're going to have lifelong friends, people that you've done things with that you would never have done with civilian friends. People that you would literally die for, like physically and literally die for. So brotherhood, you're also going to meet lifelong friends. The next thing is once in a lifetime experiences. Like I said, traveling, shooting guns, driving different vehicles, doing different things, learning different tactics, survival skills, like just all these skills that you're going to be able to learn. And depending on your MOS, you're going to be learning different jobs that you're going to carry into civilian life with 6-figure opportunities. Like half my platoon was doing like truck driving or something because they want to take it was like Motor T, I think it's called. They take that into civilian life and you can get to a 6-figure job, and the Marine Corps will help you with that because depending on like the company, you can like leave the Corps early, like your service early, and get paid from the Marine Corps while you volunteer or intern at these companies. It's like this like whole different program, but yeah, you're going to be able to do those things. So even leaving the Corps is going to give you opportunities in the civilian world, almost equivalent to as if you had a college degree. The next thing, you're going to have a college degree. Education is encouraged in the Marine Corps, like to literally get promoted faster, get a degree. And they're going to, guess what? They're going to pay for your degree. You get this thing called TA, you could use your GI Bill after. Just insane benefits, like free education, and they push you to do it too. Like they want you to use it. They're not hiding it from you. They actively make sure you know about that benefit. So now you're gonna have a degree. Now you're gonna have internship opportunities. Now you're going to leave the Corps with a 6-figure job possibly. Or you can stay in the Corps, get paid a lot more, get bonuses, get benefits, just like so much different things. The only thing that sucks about the Corps is the beginning. But like the beginning, you're not gonna get paid anything. But hey, once you start to prove yourself in the Corps and you start to get promoted, so much things are going to happen for you and your family that you're going to have so much different opportunities in the Marine Corps. It's up to you though to take advantage. So make sure you ask those questions to your chain of command. Make sure you're constantly curious and researching about the Marine Corps. That's me. Like I said, I'm honest. I just got out of boot camp, but I'm talking to my recruiter a lot. I'm making sure my next steps are set up. I'm going to SOI now for 3 months. But yeah, there's a lot of pros in the Marine Corps. Like the cons, the pros outweigh the cons like crazy. But yeah, I know I kind of spoke fast there. That is pretty much the end of the video. If you guys want me to do more on the pros of the Marine Corps, because there's so much, I didn't even get to cover everything. The video is getting too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. If you're current or active duty reservist, veteran, comment down below so I can thank you for your service. Semper Fi to everybody. I respect all branches. If you're doing service in any branch, I want to say thank you for your service, and yeah, wish me luck in this journey. Subscribe to see it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.